In this video, I will discuss a new technique to know how and where will you meet your future spouse. It's going to be a latest technique that I tried and tested. So, if you are a male, you can watch this video for your wife, and if you are a female, you can watch this video for your husband as well. So, my beautiful ladies and my brothers, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, the one and only Jyotish Astrology.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
For this particular technique, all you have to do is you have to simply look at the Venus and look at wherever Venus is placed in your chart. You have to look 7th house away from the Venus. Okay, so wherever Venus is placed in your chart, you just look 7th house away from that house. Okay, and that house will tell you that where can possibly you could meet your spouse, your future husband or wife. Okay, so let me just tell you what are the places that you can understand, like where you can meet your spouse, right, as per this. And also I would like you guys to also comment on this, right, because I'm trying to do different kind of trying to find the different techniques to see where you can possibly meet your spouse. So if it match, right, at least try to comment that yes, it's matching. Okay, so we will going to start with the Venus is placed in the first house. So if Venus is placed into the first house, then you are going to meet your spouse with the places 7 houses away from the Venus, which is 7th house. Okay, so if Venus is placed in the first house in your chart, then 7th house are the places which are represented by the If Venus is placed into the first house in your chart, then the places which are represented by the 7th house, those are the places where you can meet your spouse for the first time. So what are the places that 7th house represent? Okay, so if Venus is in the first house, then you have to see 7th house places. So it could represent marriage hall, okay, wedding venues. So if you have Venus in the first house, there is a very strong chance that you could meet your spouse maybe in some wedding. Okay, places which like something related to wedding. Maybe you are just going there and some wedding ceremony is happening, let's say for an example, and you just somehow stop there, your car or something, and then you get out and you just, meet a girl there or a boy there, and you guys have maybe some time, it depends upon your chart, you have an argument and later somehow you meet again and get married. Maybe you just travel to a wedding and then you went to a friend wedding or something, or sister or cousin or brother, and there you meet a girl and then you guys down the line get married or probably start relationship. So yeah, that can possible if you have Venus in the first house. Then also if you have Venus in the first house, you could meet at the places like courthouses, legal offices. So any kind of a legal offices where contract is happening, legal matter, that can possible. Let's say you are visiting some kind of a hearing in a court, right, regarding legal matter. You visit a court, or probably you are just literally hearing someone's hearing. You just sitting and listening to the judge and the lawyers, and there next to you there is a girl sitting or a boy sitting who you started to like. You guys just go out and start dating. So that can possible. Then if you have Venus in the first house, then you could also meet your spouse regarding foreign travels or traveling. So yeah, that can be seen. Or at least you are traveling to some distance land, probably at least 300 kilometers away, or while traveling at least, where you are going somewhere. Okay. Then what other things can possible? If Venus is in the first house, then you could also meet your spouse, in places like spa, wellness centers. Okay. And see, dog is barking, which means Ketu is also confirming this. So meeting at a places like spa, wellness center can possible, massage center can possible. Probably you travel to some wellness center for some kind of a massage or something, and there is a girl sitting right there, or there's a boy sitting right there, you like them, and then things get serious, down the line get married. That can be seen. Also you can, when you have Venus in the first house, you can even meet your spouse at a place which is like business office, meeting rooms. Okay, that can also be seen. Okay, so let's say you are just going for a meeting, and you are just maybe, let's say for an example, due to your work, you are going somewhere and there you meet your spouse. Let's say you are just going for a conference, a meeting with someone, and then you even thought, oh, I do not want to go, and then you just meet a very interesting person there that you guys like, and then get married. Okay. Also, Venus in the first house is definitely indicating that you could also meet your spouse at the places like markets, shopping centers. Literally shopping center you could also meet. Okay, where people interact, exchange, because seventh house also represent marketplaces. So when Venus is placed in the first house, exactly opposite to it, it's seventh house. So you could also meet at some marketplace, right, where shopping centers. Well, okay, so that can also be seen, right? Then I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Restaurant and cafe can also possible where people come for socialization. Okay, any kind of a socializing, right? So yeah, there you could also meet your spouse. Then what other places can possible? You know, since seventh house represent your spouse, your partner, so you can literally meet at their home as well. So let's say for an example, you have a friend. I have seen in these cases, probably let's say your father friend take you somewhere, like your family entire travel to someone's home, and they have a daughter or a son, and you start to talk to that person at their home, and you guys like each other. Down the line things get serious, start relationship or marriage. And again the dog is barking, Ketu is confirming, so that can also be seen. Then also I have seen with Venus in the first house, you could even meet at the place like diplomatic embassies. Okay, so maybe you are just applying a visa, you are traveling to an embassy, you are just going to a country embassy, and there you could meet your person. So that can be seen as well. Okay, maybe he or she is also waiting for the visa. Maybe you could literally date a visa officer or ambassador, who knows that, depending upon your chart. Then also you can even meet at hotels. Okay, maybe some travel, you are traveling somewhere and at a hotel next to you there's a girl or a boy that you guys like, or maybe in a hangout area you guys meet. Then also at some social clubs or networking event where people are networking, people are connecting, you could meet. Like for an example, let's say you are traveling to a this event where they are selling these microphones, different country, right? Microphone, like expensive Rode microphones are selling, or different companies and microphones are selling, let's say. Okay, so or maybe microphone systems, whatever. And then at that event you just meet a girl or a boy and you guys like each other, right? That can be seen. Then also I have seen that counseling places, counseling offices, therapy offices. Okay, you could also meet at that places. For an example, you are traveling to take counseling from someone, you are going to a therapist for a therapy, and there is another patient or another client sitting there, and you guys like each other. That can be seen. So by the way, I've already created one video in which we discuss the circumstances where you meet your spouse, what are the things can possible. You can watch that video as well after this video, right? The thumbnail might be coming on the screen. Okay, or maybe through some counseling office, like therapy office you could meet. Also I've seen with this Venus in the first house, you could also meet at some ports or harbors, right? So there, where business is happening. So yeah, that can be seen. Then also Venus in the first house, you could meet your spouse for the first time at art galleries, cultural centers. Okay, where social interaction is happening, at like art galleries, cultural centers. So let's say you are traveling to some creative place, maybe somewhere in Europe for an example, maybe, and then you see let's say this art gallery in Paris or somewhere, and there you meet a beautiful girl right there, and you guys have this amazing memory, or a handsome boy, whatever, right? So yeah, that can be seen. Then also, what more places can it represent? Venus in the first house, definitely it show that you could even meet your spouse at some public parks, garden, where people are together socializing, aligning. Okay, then also event halls, conference centers. Yes, this is also a place where you could meet your spouse. Then some kind of a law firm, so you are visiting a law firm due to some reason, and there you meet a guy or a girl. Okay, maybe your wife is a lawyer or husband is a lawyer, who knows, depending upon your chart. Okay, Also, I've seen with this, sometime it could also talk about train station, even airport to some extent, that you could even meet at such places. Then I've also seen like some people who are visiting to this marriage counselor's office or something like that. There also they meet someone sitting there, and they guys, with Venus in the first house, like each other. So that can be seen. Then again, markets and trade centers. These are again the places. So then also I've seen in dance halls or maybe nightclubs. Although nightclubs are more like eighth house, so I will not put it over here. So Venus in the first house show that you could meet at seventh house places. So maybe dance halls. Also, I've seen public relation agencies. So let's say you get a job in a PR agency, and there you started a job, and after some time you meet a beautiful girl there or a handsome boy, and you guys have relationship or marriage. That can be seen. Also, I've seen with this fashion shows. Okay, maybe you can meet at some fashion show. Okay. Also, cultural exchange center. These cultural exchange centers are there nowadays. Okay, so you may travel there, you can meet there. Okay, then also at some lounge. Okay, you can also meet. Also, I've seen that with this, even you could meet at some real estate related office where people are coming for dealing of property. Dealing, especially where property dealing is happening, some kind of a dealing is happening, that's where you meet. Okay. Also, matchmaking agencies, through of course matchmaking websites, matchmaking agency also, it make a strong yoga when Venus is placed into the first house. So yeah, these are the generally places I have seen when Venus is placed in the first house. You could meet your spouse for the first time. But again, if Venus is in the first house, you have to look 7 places away, which means the 7th house. So you could meet your spouse through 7th house place. Now think about it. Where you meet your spouse for the first time, is it 7th house place? Yes, right? So maybe you can just comment so that I can also get the feedback, right? Because I'm testing different technique and it is one of them. If you want consultations, links are given in the description. You can also purchase courses. Now let's talk about Venus in the second house.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Venus in the second house. So when you meet your spouse for the first time, you will meet at a place which is 7 houses away, which means 8th house related places. So when you meet your spouse for the first time, there could be some sort of 8th house related places if you have Venus in the second house. So Venus in the second house, you could meet at a place, let's say bank. Okay, first of all, very strong chances. If you have Venus in the second house, maybe you are just going to a bank, and there is a beautiful, right there, a girl you find who is working in the bank. Maybe you like her. Or let's say you are traveling and someone is also, you are visiting a bank and someone, like, you find a man there or something like that, or maybe some other customer that you guys interact, or you help, or they help you. That can be seen. Then Venus in the second house also talk about that you could meet your spouse for the first time in any kind of a financial institution. Venus in the second house, we can talk about any kind of a financial institution where money related thing is happening, transaction is happening. So maybe you could meet at some ATM, right? Maybe you're just using ATM, and the girl who is at your back who want to take some money out of the ATM is also your future spouse maybe. Also, I've seen with this, Venus in the second house. Let's say for an example, you are traveling to a foreign country and now you have to exchange your currency. So you could also meet at currency exchange with this, right? Venus in the second house. I've also seen with such cases. Okay, so anything where money have to be, you are dealing with money, you could meet your future spouse, right? Then also you will see that with Venus in the second house, you could also meet at some cemetery or near some graveyard. Okay, because 7th from the Venus, when it is placed in the second house, 7th from the Venus is 8th house, which literally represent graveyards, cemeteries. Maybe you could meet during someone's death. Okay, so which is not a very good place to meet, but yeah, that can also be seen with this Venus, right? Because 8th house related thing. So also 8th house represent research. So any kind of a research lab, okay, that can also connect you guys. Okay, where some sort of research is happening. Okay, some kind of a mystery is getting solved. So you could meet your spouse for the first time there. Then I have also seen with Venus in the second house, you could meet your spouse for the first time at some kind of insurance office. Okay, so let's say you are traveling to an insurance office, you are working in an insurance office, or due to some reason you are going to an insurance office. This you meet a girl or a boy, and then you eventually down the line things get serious and you get married. That can be seen. Then psychiatric hospitals, right? Where psychological thing is happening, healing, any kind of a healing related place, okay, where mental healing is going on, there you could also meet your spouse. Of course, at the places of an astrologers, okay, maybe you can meet your spouse. If you have Venus in the second house, you could literally meet your spouse here in the comment section, so you can just comment. Maybe you can find your girl or a boy here. Okay, literally you could meet due to some astrologer, or at some place of an astrologer. That can be seen because of this. Then also I've seen Venus in the second house, you could meet literally when you are exploring an abandoned place. You know, certain people who likes to explore abandoned places. Maybe you are just going to explore an abandoned place and there you meet a girl or a boy. That can be seen even at some mines, okay, or some hidden sources, hidden locations, there you could meet. Then at some forensic lab, near some forensic lab, when you meet your spouse for the first time, that can be seen. Also, I've seen Venus in the second house. Then Venus in the second house, forensic labs. Okay, Venus in the second house, you can also meet your spouse at some antique stores or even museum. Okay, where any kind of a antique stuff is there. Okay, or even at you are traveling to a country or any place where you are visiting a museum, there you meet a girl or a boy. That can be seen, or any antique store, antique shop, okay, or any antique museum. Okay, also I've seen prisons, detention center, there also you could meet your spouse. And especially, you know, if let's say there's a prison at the older time which is now converted into a museum, okay, you could also meet at that place. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance, because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. You could also meet at a place where there is offices which deal with the inheritance, legacy matters, or family inheritance related matters, discussion, or whatever legal things happen there. At such places you can also meet. You can also meet near some detective agencies, or literally at some detective or mysterious work related places. Also any kind of a spiritual place where spirituality is happening, meditation, yoga, or maybe inner healing is happening, Reiki healing center. Okay, you can also meet there. So by the way, I've already created one video in which we discuss the circumstances where you meet your spouse, what are the things can possible. You can watch that video as well after this video, right? The thumbnail might be coming on the screen. Then let's say I would like to tell you, let's say, someone is just maybe at a place like psychic reading centers, as I told you, near some astrologer or tarot card. Of course, there you can meet if you have Venus in the second house. Also, if you have Venus in the second house, you could literally meet at a place which is like a nightclub, especially because 8th house, especially, there are certain nightclubs which are which are active in dark at late night. That is literally 8th house energy with Venus in the second house, opposite to it at 8th house. That's where you meet 8th house related places. So that is literally at a dark, at a very weird kind of a nightclub which have 8th house energy at a dark, which is literally active at late night. That kind of at late night party in some nightclub you can also meet. Then Venus in the second house, you can even meet at some ICU near in hospital, or maybe emergency room, okay, where life and death situation is going on. Venus in the second house, you are traveling to some kind of a caves. Let's say you are going to Cappadocia in Turkey and you are exploring the caves, or maybe you are traveling to, let's say, any country where there is a caves, right? Even in India you are visiting some caves, even in USA you are visiting some kind of a caves, there you could meet. That can be seen. Okay, also I have seen a place where rare information is stored, hidden information dealing. What other places? Maybe some chemical labs, that's also seen from the 8th house, right? Also you could meet at some intelligence agencies, at some spy agency, or due to some intelligence or spy agency you could also meet your spouse. And as I told you, especially in clubs, when you are going to meet your spouse, you could meet at a club which are very weird, like underground clubs which are hidden from the society. Less people get get entry. It's a very secretive club. It's a club which is underground. Okay, at that places you can meet. Then also again, near some tantra center, astrology center, palm reading center, or at some near some video, or maybe in Instagram at some comment. Due to that, you can also mean. Then I've also told you that in some abandoned building, you are exploring an abandoned building. The guy or girl is exploring that as well. You can meet there. Okay, you can even meet at some place which is like an underground tunnels. Okay, so let's say for an example, in Soviet Union countries like Russia, Ukraine, even Belarus, etc. There's these like underground metro systems. Okay, so let's say you're traveling there, so you can literally meet a girl there. That can also be seen with this. Okay, then you can also meet at a place which is like a DNA testing center or genetic research facilities or any kind of a research related place. There you can also meet. Then you can also meet your spouse when you are going to the underwater exploration, like you are traveling to Thailand or maybe Maldives or maybe Bali or maybe let's say Miami or anywhere where you are going for like underwater, like scuba diving or something. And boom, there's another guy there who you started to like, right? That can be seen. Or underwater sports, okay, exploration, maybe during snorkeling or something. Or even I have seen during a submarine exploration, you are going to see a submarine base or something. So there you can also meet. So if you have Venus in the second house, simply try to see that you will going to meet your spouse maybe around 8th house related places. Okay, so I try to discuss certain 8th house places which I see in my research. So if you have Venus in the second house, you already met your spouse, please let me know in the comment where did you meet, and let's see if it match with this. If you want consultation or if you want to purchase consultation or courses, links are given in the description.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Venus in the third house, then you will meet your spouse most likely to a place which is 7th house away from the Venus, which means the 9th house related places. Okay, so with people who have Venus in the third house, you are most likely to meet at a place which are associated with the 9th house, which means what? First thing is temples, shrines. Okay, so let's say for an example, you are going to Vietnam, you are going to this place known as Bu Long Pagoda, which is literally a Buddhist temple, a famous place. So you are visiting there and you meet a girl there or boy there because people came from different countries to see that place. Also, you can traveling to any temple, especially, okay, any dharmic and spiritual place, maybe Gurudwara or maybe at some church, right? Something like that can possible. Okay. So yeah, you could also meet at any kind of actually spiritual places you can meet. Okay. To your spouse for the first time, if you have Venus in the third house, then you in some university, in some college, yes, while you are gaining education, right, studying, there you could meet your spouse for the first time if you have Venus in the third house. Then if you have Venus in the third house, you could literally meet your spouse during some long distance travel or foreign travel. Okay. Venus in the third house can also show you could meet your spouse due to your father. Okay. Venus in the third house can even show that you could meet your spouse during some place where you are studying, let's say library. Okay, or maybe you are studying a book somewhere and there you meet a spouse. Okay, so library can possible, or your lover. Okay, Venus in the third house can also show you could meet your spouse at some monastery, ashram, for the first time, where someone go for higher knowledge. So that can be seen. Also, Venus in the third house can talk about meeting someone at some pilgrimage, at some holy places. So you are traveling to a pilgrimage with your family or alone, and there you meet a guy or a girl, interesting person, get connected, down the line things get serious, you get married. That can be seen. Venus in the third house can even talk about maybe bookshops, okay, publishing houses, you could meet there. Even international airport where foreign travel, long distance traveling happening, yes, you could also meet your spouse at that place. Okay, then Venus in the third house, yes, during some kind of a foreign connection like embassies or consulate, there you can meet. Okay, Venus in the third house, maybe some museum especially related to culture, history, artifacts, right? Such places. Okay, maybe even where some kind of a knowledge is sharing. Okay, at such place, maybe teaching history. Like for an example, there is a in Vietnam there is a war museum where they talk about how cruelty done by in the American wars to against them. So yeah, where some kind of a history is taught at some museum, you can also meet. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Then during some kind of a lecture, you can meet at some lecture hall where, let's say, you're attending a seminar where a guy is giving you a lecture. There you can meet. Then also I've seen Venus in the third house. You can literally meet at some mountain tops. Okay, so literally you are just going to hike on a mountain and there you meet a beautiful lady right there. Things get serious, you get married, that can be seen. Then again, some kind of a cultural study related place you can meet. Then also I have seen legal courthouse or library with Venus in the third house. You could meet at some place like that. Also I have seen Venus in the third house. You could meet your spouse at some foreign language schools where you are studying the foreign language. Okay. And even to some extent where knowledge is transferred, whether it's an astrology center as well. Okay. Or any kind of a dharmic knowledge is transferring, whether it's any kind of a knowledge actually, ninth house. So yeah, that can be seen. With Venus in the third house, maybe you could meet at some international university or maybe during cultural exchange program, you travel there, you could meet. Any kind of a religious retreat is happening, cultural place is happening, especially religion related. There you can meet at some center. Also during some kind of astrological or spiritual workshop, you can also meet your spouse during these places. And you can also meet your spouse at some cruise ship with Venus in the third house or during any kind of a long distance voyage, right? So that can be seen. Also Venus in the third house, any kind of a, as I mentioned earlier, cultural exchange program, there you can meet. And especially maybe where some kind of a spiritual book is, let's say, distributing or some spiritual book place you can meet. Also I've seen like, yeah, Venus in the third house. You can also meet at places like World Heritage Site, World Heritage Center. Okay, where there's like a places of historical and cultural important. They invite exploration and understanding of human history and civilization, restoring. That kind of a places can be seen. You meet there. Also at some maybe travel agency, through them you can also meet during international trip. Also I have seen with Venus in the third house, you can literally meet at some Zen garden or meditation center or at like Vipassana center or something. Okay. Venus in the third house, you can even meet at hiking trail at some national park, national reserve. Okay. Also I've seen Venus in the third house. You could also meet at a place where some intellectual conversation is going on. Let's say, let's say for an example, some foreign minister, let's say Dr. S. J. Shankar of India is visiting and he's giving interview in Europe someday, let's say for an example, and you went there and there you just see a guy which is very interesting. Okay. Or a girl which is very interesting and you could meet there. So yeah, that can be seen. So yeah, these are generally the places there you could meet your spouse. So you have to simply say, when you have Venus in the third house, see ninth house places, because seventh house away from the third house is ninth house. So ninth house places is going to be the place where you are going to meet your spouse most likely. And so if you have Venus in the third house, write in the comment where did you meet your spouse for the first time if you have already met. Okay. And if not, then in future when you met, you can write it. And if you want to purchase consultations or courses, links are given in the description.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website. And then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation.
Let's talk about what if Venus is placed in your fourth house, then where you could meet. If Venus is placed in the fourth house, then opposite to fourth house is the 10th house. Okay, so if Venus is placed in the 4th house, then where you can meet? You can meet at the 10th house related places, which is what? Which is first of all your workplace. So if you have Venus in the 4th house, so you can meet your spouse for the first time at some workplace, at your office. Okay, so in that case, maybe you can just get a job, or probably you are having some kind of a work where you just meet your spouse. Okay, wherever you are working. So yeah, very good chances. Also 10th house represent authority. Okay, so maybe you could meet while meeting some authoritative figure. Okay, that can also be seen. What other things can possible? With Venus in the 4th house, you can meet at some government buildings. Okay, at government offices, administrative offices, right? Authority offices. Okay, especially at the government offices can possible with this Venus in the 4th house. Then even I would say at some corporation or enterprise, I would say, uh, of course I mentioned you can meet at career related places, at your career, at your office, or due to your career. Maybe you guys are in same career, maybe. But it can also talk about that, maybe let's say even if you are into a corporate sector, so you could meet at some authority. Let's say you visit your someday like some authority figure of your company, and there in his office, which is at another place, you met a girl there, or you met a guy there that you like, and down the line you guys get married. That can also be seen. Also you could meet at some public platforms, like for an example, even at a place, like for an example, someone is giving speech, you could meet there. Or let's say you are going to some concert. Okay, there someone is there in a concert, so you can maybe meet during a concert where someone is on the stage, so near that you guys can meet. That can possible, right? And let's say for an example, even on stage, so you get called due to some reason, and there's a girl there or there's a guy there, you guys get meet there. That can also possible. Then if you have Venus in the 4th house, you can also meet at some, this conference rooms, or where is there's like a leadership strategy meeting, or maybe your authority of your companies is just doing a meeting there, of boardroom or something. There you can also meet. Also with this, you can even meet with Venus in the 4th house at some entertainment industry related venues, like movie studio, concert hall, where entertainment is going on. Okay, at such place you can also meet. Then you can even meet at some authority, at some military establishment place. Okay, that I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance, because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. It can also be seen. Then you can also meet at some public relation office or media offices if you have Venus in the 4th house. Also, uh, with Venus in the 4th house, you can even meet near some iconic landmarks, famous landmarks. Okay, let's say you travel near some in Paris, in Eiffel Tower, and you can meet there. Let's say you in India, you went to Taj Mahal, or probably Akshardham temple in Delhi, or let's say you are going to Venice, or like some famous places which have recognition, which have status, because that's also can be seen from the 10th house, right? So yeah, near some monument you can meet. So that can also be seen, right? Then also you will see with Venus in the 4th house, you can even meet at some, I would say, uh, industrial complex. Okay, that can also be seen. Also at some diplomatic places like embassies. Okay, consulate. Okay, high level places. There you can also meet your spouse for the first time. Also with Venus in the 4th house, maybe you can meet at some luxury hotel or resort. That can also be seen. Also sports area. Yeah, that can also be seen. So anything which is represented by 10th house. Even any kind of a studio, news studio, television studio where visibility is there. Okay, that can also be seen. Yeah, when you have Venus in the 4th house, anything which is represented by opposite to it 7th house away from it, which is by 10th house. So you can meet at any 10th house related places. Now I want you, if you have already met your spouse, I want you to comment, or in future when you met the one, please come back to this video and comment that okay, this is the place where I met. I've also I want you to, if you want to purchase consultation or courses, links are given in the description.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
If you have Venus in the 5th house, then opposite to that is the 11th house. Okay, so what's going to happen is that the places which are related to 11th house, you can meet your spouse for the first time at that places. Okay, so let's say what does 11th house represent? It can represent somewhere where you are going for social gathering. So you can meet at some social gathering place where people are just they are gathered together there, right, where the people are there. Okay, you can meet at clubs, okay, where people meet, individual meet for leisure or for anything. Okay, even you can meet through friends, because 11th house also represent friendship. Maybe your spouse could be friend of your friend, that can be seen. Or let's say you went to a party of your friend where everyone is just together having party or something, and there you meet a guy or a girl, and so yeah, that can be seen. Then it also it can in a way also be seen here through some kind of a social media platform. Okay, even I would say networking places like LinkedIn. Okay, such kind of online place where everyone is networking, so you can also meet at that places. Okay, also you can meet at community centers, right, that can also be seen where people are again gathered for some kind of a reason. You can also meet at conferences. Okay, so let's say you went for a networking, you went to attend some kind of a conference in some country, there you like a girl or a boy, that can be seen. Also with this 11th house, I mean Venus place in the 5th house, opposite to that is 11th house, so you can even meet at some political party rally. So if you went for some kind of a rally of a political party, so you can even meet your spouse at that place, right, that can also be seen with this particular transit. Then also with this transit we can see that you can even meet I would say at a place which is like a non-profit organization or even a charity organization there, like some work related to them you are doing, and you can meet there, that can also be seen with this transit, with this placement of Venus in the 5th house. Then Venus in the 5th house, you can even meet at some kind of a crowd event. Okay, let's say for an example, some festival is going on somewhere where people are together and celebrating a festival, right, there you can meet. Let's say this tomato festival, something like that happen, I think in Spain, this tomato festival in which they have a lot of tomatoes. So I think that can also be, you can also meet at such places. I'm just giving you an example. The gathering can be of any kind. Let's say Holi festival in India, you can meet there. So yeah, that can be seen. Then any kind of a networking events are happening, let's say, especially if you are just any kind of a friends networking event, you have to try to socialize more if you have Venus in the 5th house, because through friends and network there is a very strong possibility you are going to meet your spouse. Now here I would like to tell you, before I tell you more, you can also watch my other video of where will you meet your spouse. In that I've also discussed as per the one technique of opposite to the 7th lord. So by that you can also get some idea what are the symbols that can present when you meet your spouse, and with this also you can get some idea. Okay, so yeah, also let me know in the comment section if you already met that, is it related to something like an 11th house if you have Venus in the 5th house. So also if you have Venus in the 5th house, you can even meet, I would say, at some groups, at some forums where discussions is going on. Also you can meet at some places where is like any kind of a humanitarian project is going on, so you can meet at such places. Also I have seen You can even meet during sports event. Okay, let's say you went to some sports event is happening, you went to some football, maybe like some football club, you watch to watch their match or something like that, and you meet a guy there or a girl there, that can be seen. Maybe you go to see the baseball, or let's say you go to watch the cricket match and you met a girl or a guy there, that can also be seen. Okay, so yeah, such places can also possible you could meet when Venus is in the 5th house. Then I have also seen workplaces, collaborative, like see especially the workplaces which are related to 11th house, like where people are collaborating. Okay, they are working in some kind of a collaboration. Okay, where teamwork or cooperation related thing is going on, where it's like a collaborative space kind of a stuff, where kind of a networking thing is going on there. Okay, also I have seen with Venus in the 5th house, you can even meet at your friend's home. Okay, let's say you went to your friend home, and then there is a girl who is like some kind of a relative to that friend, or a boy who is related to that friend, and you meet there. Down the line things get serious, you guys get married or have relationship, that can be seen. Also I have seen you can even meet due to a fundraiser event, philanthropic events. So you are trying to raise a fund for some charity or something, you are trying to do philanthropy. So yeah, you could meet someone there, that can also be seen. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance, because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Then I would say with Venus in the 5th house, you can even meet at some kind of a university campus, right? So that place can also possible. You can even meet due to some kind of a trade union event or something like that. Okay, also due to corporate business networking type of event. Okay, also any kind of a, you went to some kind of a fan club of anyone, or any anything related to, maybe let's say you went to Ronaldo fan club there, maybe some fan club group on Facebook, you met there someone, that can also be seen here. Okay, also at some kind of a donation center you could meet, that can also possible. Okay, or while attending some kind of an international conference, you travel and you attend some international conference where there's a lot of people together, and there you meet someone, that can also be seen with this Venus in the 5th house. Then social activism related movements, maybe you can be there, you could meet someone there, that can also be seen. Again, any kind of a concerts. Okay, let's say maybe Diljit is performing, Ed Sheeran is performing, Arijit Singh is performing, or maybe anyone is performing, right? Coldplay event is happening or whatever, right? And there at that concert you just meet someone, that can be seen. Also with this you can even meet at some online learning platform. If you have Venus in the 5th house, maybe you just trying to watch videos, maybe write down this video, someone comment and you guys start to talk, or maybe on Instagram you are watching some video learning something, or maybe on some course some interaction is going on, you purchase some course online and there you guys meet someone, that can be seen. Okay, maybe at some kind of a co-working spaces where there's like different companies rent some space, right? And there is a lot of companies in a simple space, co-working type of space places, you can even meet there. Also I've seen, like for an example, in Bali, a lot of people work together at remote locations or near some amazing beaches, etc. A lot of people are working, doing their own stuff, and there you meet someone, that can also be seen. Okay, or due to say any NGO you can even meet. Okay, also any kind of a cultural or social events like exhibition, etc. you can even meet at such places, right? I've also seen that with Venus in the 5th house. Or even I've seen, like for an example, you travel to a country and there you are doing volunteering related work, and there you could meet someone. So yeah.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now, it's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website. and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Venus is placed into the 6th house, then you will meet your spouse for the first time at 12th house related places. Okay. So what does 12th house represent? 12th house represent isolation. Okay. So 12th house actually also represent hospital, first of all, in terms of meeting things, in terms of meeting places. So you can meet your spouse for the first time maybe at some hospital if your Venus is placed in the 6th house. Okay. Uh, so yeah, that can be seen. Then uh, 12th house also represent prisons, jails. So maybe you can meet, although it's not a very good place to meet someone at prison or jail, but yeah, there are certain cases, like for an example, a jail is converted into a museum or probably an abandoned jail, something like that. So you can meet your spouse for the first time at that place also. You can meet your spouse for the first time at some prison or jail. That can also be seen. Okay. Then I mean at such museum or abandoned jail, maybe you are just traveling there, so you guys just like meet there somehow. Abandoned places exploration kind of a person you are, so that can be seen. Then you will see places like monasteries. So you are traveling to a monastery or an ashram. Let's say for an example, you go to India, and let's say you travel to Rishikesh in some ashram, and there you meet a girl or a boy, and you started to like, you guys started to like each other. Down the line things get serious, you guys get married. That can also be seen. Then you can also meet in foreign lands. So let's say you are going abroad, you are traveling, and there you meet a guy or a girl. So while traveling to some foreign country, maybe you can meet your spouse there. Maybe you are just traveling to an airport, you meet someone. Maybe you are just sitting on the flight, and the person or a girl sitting next to you is your spouse. Maybe you are just traveling abroad, and there at some place you can meet someone. So that kind of a chances are also prominent when Venus is placed in the 6th house. And um, also I have seen that places like cemeteries, okay, where dead bodies are, you know, there. So you can even meet at cemeteries, right? Um, so yeah, uh, or at a sport. Actually, when I say cemetery, it's more like a 12th house is like also the end in a way. So maybe at a place where, for an example, someone life is about to get end somewhere, unfortunately, and there you met. Although that's not a very good place to meet someone, but still. Also, I have seen you can even meet at some psychiatric hospital, okay, institution for mental health treatment, isolation, okay, uh, is also there. So where mental patients are there, near that hospital somewhere, maybe you can also meet. Also, I have seen with Venus in the 6th house, you can even meet at us at some meditation center. Okay, maybe you are going there to do meditation. Your partner is also there for meditation, and you guys like each other, and things get serious, and maybe you can get married down the line. Then also hidden art, some kind of a hidden art related museum or studio. Okay, so you can even meet at such places. Then you can meet at some maybe at some tunnels, maybe exploring some new some bunker. Okay, yeah, there are certain people who just like to explore these places. So you can even meet at such places, such locations. Then, as I mentioned earlier, at airport, okay, while traveling internationally somewhere, you can even meet your partner. Okay, you can even meet at some retirement homes. Okay, or any kind of abandoned places, secret places, hidden places, you can even meet at there. Also, you can meet near refugee shelters. Okay, that can also be seen. Then what more places does 12th house represent? Because when Venus is in the 6th house, you have to look 12 places away from it. You can even meet while doing some spiritual retreat. Okay, so that can also be seen. So let's say you are just doing some kind of a spiritual practices. Okay, or you are traveling to somewhere where is some kind of a spirituality related practices going on, and there you meet a guy or a girl, so things get serious, so that can be seen. uh you can meet at any kind of a secret or hidden location which is private from the people, from the public eye. Also, I have seen with this, you can even meet at some isolated island. Okay, so yeah, meeting at some kind of a isolated island can also possible. Like you are traveling to, let's say, island which is quite in the middle of ocean, a small island, or probably some kind of a, maybe even isolated, maybe even a place which is less popular, maybe. Okay, or even if popular, less people visit there. So that kind of island you can meet. And also, of course, underwater locations you can even meet. I mean, while doing some kind of a, that kind of a work or export underwater related, then I would say, uh, also you will see I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. This show combination of you meeting to someone at some kind of a desert. Okay, so maybe you are traveling to Thar Desert in India or Sahara Desert somewhere. There you could meet someone. Okay, that can be seen. Let's say you are doing a like campfire at night, and there's other guys there, and one of them you like. So yeah, uh, even I would say, uh, with this you can even meet at, even talk about meeting at some kind of a resort. Okay, or retreat. Like for an example, uh, I would say, let's say you are traveling, and then there is like on a highway in the middle somewhere, there is like a luxury restaurant or a resort, and you are just stop there for a coffee or food, and you like a girl there. Okay, that can also be seen. Even you can meet a girl, even if it's in a, let's say, arranged marriage type of scenario, and Venus is in the sixth house, so you can even meet in such restaurant, etc. Maybe you decide, okay, I will see the girl at this place. So yeah, that can be seen. Also, you can even meet at some place like secret research laboratory, such places. Also, you can even meet at some therapy or counseling centers where counseling is going on, mental counseling is going on. Okay. Um. So yeah, these are the things which are associated to the 12th house. When you meet your spouse for the first time, there can be 12th house related things where you can meet. Okay. Now, if you have already met the one, you can write in the comment. If you have not, in the future, you can let me know that where will you meet. You just come back and comment on this video.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now, let's talk about Venus in the seventh house. Okay. So, if Venus is placed in the seventh house in your chart, so you will meet your spouse for the first time at the places which are seven houses away from the seventh house, which means the first house. So, when you meet your spouse for the first time, there could be some kind of a places which are related to first house. So, what could be related to first house? First house, first of all, it's like a, of course, your home where your personal journey begin, where you are self nurtured. Okay, so definitely it has a connection with your physical environment. Okay, so yeah, you could meet near your home somewhere, or at your home. Maybe the girl who just came to your home, someone's daughter or someone's son, you, or like girl or a boy, you like that person, and then eventually down the line you guys likes to talk to each other and things get serious, maybe relationship start or you guys get married. Then it also talk about you can even meet at some public places. Okay, because it is actually related to you, right? First house is you, right? So locations where people interact with each other, that can be seen, right? Maybe your own workspace, maybe your own office, maybe you could meet where you are going to like do for exercise, fitness center or gym. Okay, uh, even I would say you could meet at some kind of a personal space. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Also, with Venus in the 7th house, you can even meet your spouse for the first time at a location uh, where person individually go for some kind of a grooming, like for an example at some beauty salon, at a spa. Okay, so you can even meet at such place where physical appearance improvement, for that purpose someone go. Even at healthcare center you could meet with this. Okay, also you could meet actually with first house, with Venus in the 7th house. You can even meet at some kind of a, I would say, social media profile, or through some kind of a personal blog, etc. Okay, very strong chances here. Even I would say performance venue, dance studio, you can even meet there. Then with Venus in the 7th house, you can even meet your spouse for the first time, maybe at some local community center or some club, let's say. Also maybe at some beaches, parks. Okay, or at places where you go with your, like, for your personal hobbies, whatever your personal hobbies are. Because it's like in the 7th house, Venus is in the 7th house, opposite to that is first house, which is you. So maybe your hobbies is to play a badminton, so you can meet there. Maybe your hobby is to run on the beach, so maybe you can meet there. Okay, so yeah, good chances of that. Also at fitness trade, as I mentioned earlier, running track, right? Maybe at yoga studio, maybe at restaurant, cafe. Actually at the first house it make infinite possibility. Okay, maybe because Venus is in the 7th look, so you can even meet at some wedding venues. Okay, because it is, again, it's showing opposite to that is first house. So wherever you uh, go, maybe any possibility with first house. Okay, so like for an example, at swimming pool, at public parks you can meet. You can even meet at your own home, you can meet at some family home, or even you can meet at, because it first house represent ourselves, so maybe you went somewhere for self improvement seminar or workshop, so you can even meet there, right? I also want you to watch other video, and I will also create other videos of technique like this. I've also created another video in which I discuss what are the symbol present when you meet your spouse for the first time. You can also watch that. Okay, and if you want to purchase courses or consultation, links are given in the description.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now let's talk about Venus in the 8th house. What if Venus is placed in the 8th house? Then we have to look 7 places away from the Venus, which means we have to look at the 2nd house. So when you meet your spouse for the first time, there can be some places which are related to 2nd house, okay, as per this technique. So maybe you can meet at place like bank, okay, like for an example where money is stored, right? Because that's what 2nd house is. 2nd house represents things like bank, like where wealth is resources, financial security related places, finance related places, money exchange places, wherever money related places there, maybe at ATM, okay, something involving money, bank, finance, you can meet your future spouse at such place. Then with this you can even meet at some jewelry stores. Okay, so location where So locations where valuable items like jewelry, precious metal are bought and sold. So you can even meet at jeweler shop. Okay. Then you can meet at investment offices. Okay. Like stock market investment is going on at such offices, maybe at some broker office where investment is going on, some kind of a financial planning happen at such place you can meet. Okay, a place where something is like an office of wealth management, asset management, financial stability related office or a place you can meet. You can even meet at supermarket, grocery stores. Okay, because second house also represent food, so where you are purchasing the food related thing. So when you have Venus in the 8th house, you can even meet at food related places, grocery store where you are buying daily needs product. You can even meet at real estate offices. Okay, so yeah, like for an example, location where property, home, etc are bought and sold. Okay, so actually it is more like a long term investment because second house also represent assets. So when Venus in the second house, maybe somewhere you can meet at a place where some kind of a long term asset purchase related planning is going on. With Venus in the 8th house, you can even meet your spouse at a place like a family home. Okay, someone's family home, maybe your spouse family home, maybe your own family home. Like, you know, there are certain people who live in a home which is like a big home, and this part of home their uncle live, this part of their, especially in India this happened, their another uncle live, and this part their family live. It's like a big home. So maybe you just go there and you meet at that place. That can be seen. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Then you can meet at a place where some kind of a shop which is selling high-end clothing, high-end designer clothes, maybe high-end watching, luxury related, maybe high-end cars, something related to luxurious place. That can be even, I would say, something which is like a antique thing which is used as a long-term asset at such place. Like for an example, someone's maybe at an you can meet at a place which is like an antique car museum, which is like a antique thing, but it's like a, for an example, it's a I would say if someone acquire that, it's like a asset as well. So you can even meet at such places. Then of course food supermarket, some kind of a food chain, maybe you meet at, I don't know, like maybe McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, anywhere. Okay, like food related places, food marts, maybe you are eating something at a restaurant, you can meet. Okay, then you can even meet at some kind of a, I would say, money exchange center. As I mentioned earlier, any kind of a money exchange is going on. You can even meet at a place like stock exchange places, stock broker office, although nowadays these things happen online, even some kind of a tax office. Okay, even I would say location where items are sold at highest bidder, like auction houses, you can meet at these places. Even I would say to some extent insurance agencies, right? Due to that or such place you can even meet. Okay, you can even meet at some financial advisor office if you have Venus in the 8th house, because ultimately there again you talk about the family, finance, money. And you can even meet while going to someone's family home where family get together is there, so you can meet at there, maybe at family function. Okay, then also with Venus in the 8th house, you can meet even at any kind of restaurant. Okay, maybe even some kind of a family restaurant, also at some art gallery, especially where, like for an example, some good art, little bit expensive arts are there, which again can keep as like a, because it's expensive. So yeah, that can be seen. You can even meet at a store where there are like especially facial related places, because second house also see represent face. So when Venus in the 8th house, maybe something like a facial improvement or facial beauty improvement related thing, or maybe due to, let's say for an example, online you are seeing some facial product and you comment on that, and that's how you guys can meet, depending upon how other things as well, because we have to see other placement as well in your chart. But yeah, that can also possible with this. Okay, so when you have Venus in the 8th house, in simple words, you will meet at a places which are represented by second house. Okay, so now write in the comment section if you have something similar, and in future if you met, please let me know in the comment your experience with this technique. And if
now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
now when Venus is placed in the 9th house, then you will meet your spouse for the first time at a place which is 7th houses away from the 9th house, which means the 3rd house related places. Okay, so when you meet your first spouse for the first time, there could be some place related to 3rd house as per this technique. So 3rd house represent your neighborhood. So maybe you meet your spouse for the first time due to your neighbor, maybe at your neighbor home. So like for an example, let me just tell you, there's a guy, he visit his neighbor, right? And he's like a friend, neighbor friend, and there some of neighbor's cousin came, and then this guy liked the neighbor cousin, and down the line they like each other, things get serious, and then they get married. So that can be seen over here. Then also you can even meet at some local market with Venus in the 9th house. Okay, so any kind of a local market, you just travel little bit near your home in your neighborhood, and you just trying to do some transaction there, purchase something there, and then you meet someone, chit chat happen, and then you guys have things down the line get serious, you get married or something. So yeah, that can also be seen. Then Venus in the 9th house, you can even met due to your sibling, especially the younger sibling. Okay, any of your younger sibling, maybe they know their friend have a sister or a brother, somehow you get connected. Okay, that can even be possible with this. Like for an example, I also know a case where Venus in the 9th house, this girl find his husband because of his younger sibling. Okay, although he's a cousin, but still a younger sibling. Okay, younger sibling have a friend whose cousin brother is there. So somehow this guy and the friend cousin brother, like this guy's sister and friend cousin brother, get introduced to each other, and then the family like each other, and they the in India the system work out in that way. So yeah, things get serious, and down the line they get married now, many years ago. So they have a kid as well. So yeah, this is how it can also seen with this, right? Things like that can also possible. Then you can even meet through some online learning platform, maybe through learning some courses, some discussion is going on, you can meet there. You can even meet through social media, maybe through Instagram, maybe through Facebook, maybe through Snapchat, maybe through YouTube comment section. Okay, so yeah, that can also be seen. Even through traveling to neighboring cities, even any kind of a traveling, you can meet your spouse. Also, you can meet through any kind of a online learning or even offline learning. Even you visit some institution due to some reason and you meet someone there. Okay, any kind of a social media platform, even TikTok, anything can be responsible for you connecting with your spouse. If you have Venus in the 9th house, strong chances of that as well. Also, with Venus in the 9th house, you can even meet at some bookstore. Okay, maybe at some bookstore, reading is reading, and you are just reading book, or I would say even library also. Let's say you are reading book and you are just studying, and there's a girl right there, you like her, or a boy there, you like him. So yeah, that can also be seen. Then I would say you can even meet at some coffee shop with this, right? A local, especially the local coffee shop. So that can even seen. Even any kind of a post office, In post office, in Hindi we say dak ghar, you can even meet there. Maybe you go there to do your RD, etc., or maybe you go there for collecting some kind of a letter, although they come at your home, okay, or post. So yeah, you could meet due to that reason. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Actually, with this Venus in the ninth house, you can even meet through some kind of a workshop. Like for an example, you just join this 500 rupees seminar, 1000 rupees seminar, $10 seminar, or $1000 seminar. Due to that, any kind of a workshop, even online seminar, training center, courses, so you could meet someone because of that as well with Venus in the ninth house. And as I mentioned earlier, due to sibling home, you can even meet. Like for an example, you are visiting your, especially the younger sibling, maybe your sibling home, and there somehow their friend, brother or sister is there. So yeah, someone they know, that can also be seen. You can meet through them as well. Then even I would say public transport with Venus in the ninth house, you can even literally meet someone. Let's say for an example, you are going to the city center in some tram or something, and there is a girl or a boy you like, that can be seen. Also in some local association or local club, if something like that is there in your city, you can meet there as well. Okay, any kind of a workshop or craft studios, you can even meet at that place. Okay, you can even also meet due to some kind of a news or media outlet. Like for an example, there's a news website, you were reading an article and there's a comment of a girl there or a boy there, and you like that person, you comment back, and then the discussion is started and you guys like each other. Down the line things get serious, get married, that can be seen. Okay, then maybe you can even meet somehow due to some kind of a I would say public speaking venues. Okay, like for an example, you went to a event, maybe a comedy show is going on, or let's say some public speaking event is going on, a seminar or something, you are attending that, and there someone is sitting next to you and maybe you like someone, or so yeah, that can also seen. Then you can even meet due to some kind of a travel agency or like a travel agent or something. Like for an example, you are traveling to a country and you want to go to an island, so you went to a shop and you are purchasing a ticket of a boat to travel to island, maybe 2 days after that or next day, and there is another girl who is purchasing ticket and you guys started to talk to each other and you like each other. So yeah, that can also be possible with this transit. Okay, so because of some travel agency or something, that can be seen. Or maybe let's say you are going in a group tour somewhere, and in the group tour on a ferry or maybe on a boat, there is a girl or a boy you like. So yeah, that can be seen. Also with this, you can even, Venus in the ninth house, you can even meet at some online forum. Nowadays there is an online forum where discussion happen, people are discussing on some group on Facebook where there's a lot of people are talking to each other, giving opinions about something. Things like Reddit, you can literally meet on Reddit as well with this. So yeah, these things can also be seen. So yeah, any kind of a discussion, third house related, I would say places where you could meet if you have Venus in the ninth house. Now if you want consultations or purchase courses, link.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
If Venus is placed in the 10th house, you have to look 7 places away from this Venus, which means you have to look at the 4th house. So when you meet your spouse for the first time, there will be the places which are related to the 4th house as per this technique. So where you could meet, so maybe you can meet at a place which is a home or a residence of someone. So this is also a condition where you can even meet at your spouse home or your own home, or maybe your spouse friend home, or most likely at someone's home. Okay, maybe through some family connection, some relatives. So yeah, that can also be seen. maybe a family home, ancestral home, parental home. Okay. Also, since fourth house also represent mother, so when Venus is placed in the 10th house, so you can even met through your mother, or maybe you through your mother side someone's family home. Okay, or maybe your mother friend daughter or mother friend son could be your spouse. So that kind of a yoga can also be seen. With Venus in the 10th house, you can even met at some place like a garden or a backyard of someone's house. Okay. Also with Venus in the 10th house, you can even met at some real estate office or real estate property, or due to some work of real estate. Let's say you are just going to a property to find a property or something, and then you meet a girl or a boy, you guys like each other, things get serious down the line. So yeah, that can also be seen over here. Also with Venus in the 10th house, you can even met at some private retreat center, like location where you can find emotional peace. Okay. Like some kind of a, I would say, place where, like for an example, nurturing in solitude kind of a thing can possible at such place. You can even meet. Then also even I would say a place where spiritual nourishment is there, right? Whether at some because fourth house also represent our peace of mind, so where you can even met when Venus is in the 10th house, so you can even met at a place where you can get peace of mind. So maybe for someone peace of mind can be on beach, for someone peace of mind can be on mountain, for someone peace of mind can also be on places like temples. Okay, places of worship. So that can also be possible. You can even meet at that places. Then also you can even met at some place like child care centers. Okay, where someone's child is there. Okay, for caring and something like that. So yeah, due to some reason, you can even met at some child care center with Venus in the 10th house. Then Venus in the 10th house, you can even met at some counseling or therapy centers where emotional healing or inner peace is going on. Okay, so yeah, that can also be seen. With Venus in the 10th house, you can even met at some countryside or rural areas. Okay, so the location associated with the simplicity, comforts, okay, natural surrounding. Like for an example, let's say you are traveling to some countryside, like this British countryside, beautiful Scottish countryside, Switzerland countryside, okay, or let's say German countryside, maybe Finland countryside, Norway countryside, beautiful surrounding. For an example, you're any place, let's say in Himachal, some countryside place where you could meet at some amazing views, and there you're just trying to do camping or something, and there's someone, some girl or a boy you met. So that can also be seen. Then you can even met at some home improvement stores. Okay, so places where some kind of a material, like something which is used for building of home, decoration of home, okay, anything which is like a maybe interior designing of home, such places, or maybe construction of home related places. You are buying something related to fixing something in your home, and you can meet there. Then you can even met at a place where like some cooking is going on in some restaurant kitchen or something. Okay, so yeah, that can also be seen. Then also you can met at some place which is like a private library or study areas. So yeah, you can even met at some places. Then also you will met at some place where it's like a comfortable rooms, like for an example, or even a meditation center. Like for an example, there are certain places where you go, they are very big halls, and you just sit there, relax. Okay, not necessarily spiritual, it's like a centers where you just go and just to relax and just calm down. So you can even met at such places. It can literally talk about Venus in the 10th house, that you can even met at someone's bedroom. Maybe you're just traveling someone's bedroom and you see that is a guy is sitting in the bedroom or a girl, and then down the line things get serious, you like each other and you get married. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance because I'm giving massive percent discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. With this, you can even meet at some private resort or villas. Okay, like a place, for an example, you are going for relaxation, maybe some spa, some private resort in some mountain, some private resort or villa in some place in near some beach, a beautiful beach which is like a private. So you are going there, maybe you are just going to such amazing places where there's beautiful villas, private resorts, amazing. You go there for relaxation, and there you meet a guy or a girl who is in the next villa of you, who's in your neighboring villa. So maybe you like the person. Okay, so yeah, then you can even meet at some kind of a prayer room. Okay, like a prayer room is, let's say for an example, you are in an office where there is a prayer room. You are in a place where there is a prayer room or a spiritual room or a meditation room. Like for an example, literally at airport nowadays there are meditation rooms, yoga rooms. So you can even meet at those places. Okay, so yeah, that can be seen. You can even meet at some place with Venus in the 10th house at something like maternity wards, clinics, places which are focused on childbirth, maternal care. Okay, so you can even meet at such places. Okay, then even I would say, if you are going to some vacation home, family cabins, okay, maybe in cabin in some wood, and there you find you went to your cabin in the woods, and then let's say you find a girl camping there or a boy camping there, you like each other, so that can be seen. Even you can meet at a place which is like a construction site. Like for an example, let's say apartments are building, and you just stop your car and you would like to go, and probably you try to look at the apartments, how things are there. And maybe there is some other family or some other girl or a boy as well who is just looking at the apartments, and then you guys have a little bit discussion, and then you went on a coffee or something and date. Things get serious, eventually down the line get married. So that can also possible. So in simple words, when Venus is placed in the 10th house, you have to look at 7 places opposite of it, which means the 4th house. So with Venus in the 10th house, you could meet at a places which are related to 4th house as per this technique. Okay, so yeah, you can even meet at other places which are related to 4th house. You can comment in the comment section below so that more places related to 4th house get discovered. 4th house also represent anything which give us peace of mind. Okay, 4th house is literally the house of emotions and watery houses. So even meeting near some kind of a water sources can also be seen, whether it's a lake, river, or even waterfall. Okay, fountain. So that can also seen. So if you want personal consultation, links are given in the description.
Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Okay, now let's talk about Venus in the 11th house. Okay, so if Venus is placed in the 11th house, then you have to look at 7 houses away from the Venus, which means you have to look at the 5th house. So when you meet your spouse for the first time, you can meet at the place which can be related to the 5th house. Okay, so we know 5th house represent what? Creative things, right? Love, romance, children, a lot of things. Okay, so it can be any place related to 5th house. So when you have Venus in the 11th house, so you can meet at a place like, for an example, art galleries or some kind of a studio which is associated with the 5th house. So you can meet at a place which are location which are related to artistic expression, creativity is display there. Like for an example, some kind of art gallery. Okay, some kind of a, I would say, there can be some kind of a art is reflecting there. Okay, because fifth house is also connected to that, any kind of a creative things, right? So you can meet at such place, right? You can meet at such place. So anything which is artistic created. Then you can even meet at some kind of a theater cinema. Like for an example, I know a guy who meet a girl at Singapore, and there's like a very modern, I would say lotus like, I would say, I think it's a theater or something. Okay, at the Singapore, when I was there in Singapore, I see there's like a theater kind of a stuff near this place known as Marina Bay, which is very beautiful, like a lotus kind of a flower kind of a shape. I don't know exactly what the shape is, but yeah, near that place he meet a girl there. So yeah, even I'm just giving you an example. You can literally like travel to your city cinema or theater. You are watching a movie and there's a girl sitting next to you, or there's a boy sitting next to you, and you guys start to have talking, and then dating and coffee, and then relationship and marriage, right? You can even meet at some dance studio or at some dance floor. Let's say for an example, you are going to Spain, just giving you an example, and there is a dance show going on, and there you meet a girl or a boy. That can also possible with this. Then with Venus in the 11th house, you can literally meet at some kind of a, I would say, maybe you are just going to, let's say, someone's marriage, and there is a dance floor where girls and boys are dancing, or let's say anyone is dancing, and there you see a beautiful girl or a handsome boy that you like, and then things get serious and you get married. Okay, so that can be seen. Then music concert or festivals. Okay, you can even meet at some music concert. Let's say someone concert is going on, some singer is coming, right? You can meet there. That can be seen. You can meet at some kind of a festival. Okay, right? So where any kind of a fun activity is going on. Okay, that can be seen. You can meet at a place which you are really passionate about, because Venus is in the 11th house. Opposite to it is 5th house. 5th house also represents our passion. So let's say you are passionate about going to Corsica Island in France. So you travel there and you meet a girl there. I'm just giving you an example. So you can meet there, right? Then you can even meet at, let's say you are passionate to attend a holy festival in India and somewhere. You travel there, you meet someone there. That can possible. Then creative writing workshops or any kind of a creative workshop, you can even meet at that places, those kind of a places. Then it also represent kind of a schools or education, because that's what 5th house is also represent, right? So literally with Venus in the 11th house, you can even meet at a place which is like school, education center or something. Okay, so yeah, you can literally meet at such places with Venus in the 11th house. You can even meet at some kind of a place which is like drama school, art school, right? Any kind of a place where education is going on, or even maybe anywhere where you are taking education through that learning, you are learning something. Okay, so through that you can meet. You can even meet due to any kind of a children. Okay, because 5th house also represents children. So maybe at some child playground you could meet. You can also meet at some kind of a theme park or amusement park. Okay, so where the fun activity is happening, excitement is there, breaking the routine, having playful and joyful nature. So you can even meet at such places, theme park, amusement park. Okay, so yeah, with Venus in the 11th house, you can also meet at such places. You can also meet at yoga and meditation center. Okay, so let's say your Venus in the 11th house, so you can literally go some yoga center, meditation center, right? So you can meet there. Okay, which can be associated with the 5th house. Although 5th house also represent, mainly it's a creative, fun, that kind of a field. Also 5th house is sports. So you can even meet at some kind of a sports arena, at some football stadium. Let's say you are watching a football World Cup or a football match with someone. Okay, so some country or something, like some clubs, and you meet there. Also you can even meet at any kind of a stadium. Maybe you are watching baseball match, maybe you are watching cricket, right? Cricket match, you meet there. Maybe you are watching rugby or basketball or anything. Okay, so you can literally meet at those places. Then also you can even meet, 5th house also represents speculation. So Venus in the 11th house, you can literally meet at casinos, at gambling halls where some kind of a gambling is happening, casinos. So you are traveling to a casino for fun, or if you just want to see casino, you can meet there. Okay. Then you can even meet at some place which is like, you go to a streets in European countries where some guy is singing a song and some kind of a performance is going on. So you can literally meet at such places with this Venus in the 11th house. That can also possible. You are traveling somewhere, some performance is going on, there's a girl right there next to you or a boy. Okay. And let me just give you an example, one more example I know with this, right? I remember there was a guy who traveled to Thailand, and in Thailand and Phuket, there is a Patong beach, right? It's a very famous place. At that beach, there is at night in front of a restaurant, there is a fire show going on. In Thailand, there is a fire show that happen a lot, in which they just circulate fire and play with the fire. So there was a guy standing there, and everyone was just gathering around and seeing that at night at the beach. And then suddenly a girl came next to him. I'm telling you the real stories that I remember with this. He also have Venus in the 11th house. So what happened is that girl suddenly, started to just touch her hair, and something like that. So she, of course, like him. So this guy literally see, okay, she's right there, and they were just watching show, and then he just say, hey, how are you? And then she also start to talk to him, and then they just talk to each other, walk on the beach, have coffee at night or drink whatever they have, and then down the line things get serious, right? So they get married later. So yeah, I remember that story as well. So that such things can also possible with Venus in the 11th house. You can even meet at some kind of any carnival, festival, okay, even at a place which is like children hospital, okay, or children clinics, right, where child care doctor is there. Okay. Then you can even meet at some kind of a exhibition, art. Okay. Then you can even meet where some kind of a crypto trading is happening, discussion of crypto or stock market is happening. You can even meet at some kind of a comedy club, or watching some comedy show during. You can even meet stand-up comedy you are watching, and then you meet someone. Okay. You can even meet at some fashion show, right? So yeah, these are the generally places I would say which are like somehow connected to the 5th house. So if you have Venus in the 11th house, most likely you will going to meet at a place which is related to 5th house as per this technique. Okay, I've also created other videos regarding this. They also have different stuff in future I also create, but this technique is also working, right? So if you want consultation, links are given in the description. You can also purchase courses. Now
guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
So if you have Venus in the 12th house, so then you have to see 7 places away from the Venus, which means the 6th house. So as per this technique, when you are going to meet your spouse for the first time, there can be some symbolism related to 6th house. So what does 6th house represent? 6th house represent hospitals. Okay, so you can even literally, 6th house is actually disease. Hospital is also 12th house, right? So you can meet at a place where doctor, disease, cure is happening. So literally hospital can possible, healthcare related field, right? Somewhere healthcare related place, medicine store. Okay, at such places you can meet, at doctor clinic. Okay, this is the first thing came in our mind. So when you have Venus in the 12th house, you can meet at such places. Maybe you are traveling abroad and you are just going to buy a medicine from the medical store, and there's a girl right there or a boy right there. That can be seen with this Venus in the 12th house. I have launched my money and wealth remedy self-help course. Don't miss this chance, because I'm giving massive % discounts for the first few hundred people who will purchase this course. In this course, you will learn powerful techniques and remedies to attract wealth and abundance using astrology. So act now and enroll fast. This offer won't last longer. Definitely check out this course on my website. Then with Venus in the 12th house, you can even meet at some kind of a fitness centers or at some gym. Yes. Venus in the 12th house is also a combination to meet someone at some kind of a gym or fitness center. Okay, that can also be seen. So you can even meet at such places where someone is going for physical well-being, or even at any kind of a place where healthcare is somehow is happening, whether through gym, whether through medicine, whether through doctor, whether through psychologist, or at yoga center you can also meet. You can meet at pharmacy and medicine store, as I mentioned earlier. Also, you can even meet at some kind of a place where pet care center, pet animal related, some kind of a center or something like that place, you can also meet. Then literally with the Venus in the 12th house, you can even meet due to your work space, because 6th house represent your daily workspace in office. So at your work environment, you can even meet maybe your colleague, some of your person who is next to you in your office could be your spouse. With this can possible. Then yoga and wellness center, massage center can also be seen where you could meet someone. Okay, maybe the person is also taking foot care massage or something, and you are also taking, you guys like each other. Okay, then even Venus in the 12th house, you can even meet someone due to some debt collection agencies, due to bank, especially the loan department, due to them. Okay, maybe you apply, you're going to a bank, you want to apply for a loan, and the girl or a boy right there, you are just going to like the person, and down the line things get serious, you guys get married. You can even met at some court room or legal offices. Literally this Venus in the 12th house, let's say you are traveling to some court places for some legal work. Okay, maybe any legal work, maybe some property related you want to buy, something like that, kind of a legal place, and there's someone you like, or someone is also coming for the reason, and you guys date, and then things get serious, get married. So that can be seen. You can also meet at a place which is like laboratories, where some kind of a research or analysis is going on with Venus in the 12th house. You can also meet with the Venus in the 12th house at some public service offices. Okay, so yeah, that can also seen. Then with Venus in the 12th house, because 6th house also represent our day-to-day work routine, so maybe at grocery store you could meet, especially where some kind of a nutrition related thing is providing, right? Then any kind of a therapy center you can meet. You can also meet at a place with Venus in the 12th house where they are selling something related to pet, like pet store, dog clothes, or food store. Okay, then even at some kind of an emergency room you can meet with Venus in the 12th house. Okay, then if, as I mentioned earlier, with Venus in the 12th house, you can meet at some spa or detox center. Okay, and maybe due to your job, right, you could meet someone, right? 6th house represents services. Okay, so because of some kind of a service you could meet someone, right? Then 6th house represent enemy. Maybe you could meet due to your enemy. Okay, that could also be the reason. So anything which is related to the 6th house, you meet your spouse due to those places. By the way, 6th house also represent your maternal uncles, your mother's brother. So maybe you travel to their home, or maybe some of your mother's brother, friend, daughter, or son is there. You somehow meet them, and then you meet your spouse. That can also be seen with this placement, right? That is also 6th house. So when you have Venus in the 12th house, you somehow could meet your spouse for the first time, or somehow meeting spouse can possible as per this technique with the places which are connected to the 6th house. Now I also want you to watch my other videos which I created, when and how will you meet your spouse for the first time, where I had already mentioned in that video some symbolism. Okay, you can also watch that, and in future I will also share other techniques, but I have seen this technique working on many people. Okay, so yeah, because like I have seen a guy, like I have seen a girl, she have Venus in the 12th house. She had traveled to a foreign country actually, and there she gets some infection or something because of some food, and then she went to a medical stores to buy a medicine that is there for her. And there near medical store there was a food shop. Okay, so there a guy was there. So when she was just buying a medicine, entered there, the guy was also looking at her. So he also tried to approach to her and say hi, hello, and she also say hi, hello, right, at medical store. And then they came out, they just talked together, talk to each other, and then down the line things get serious and they are in relationship now. Okay, so yeah, I have seen such cases as well. So yeah, with this Venus in the 12th house, you can somehow meet at 6th house related places with this technique. So yeah, you can also mention your stories later when you meet your person. And if you want consultation or you want to purchase courses, links are in description. And